Oh my gosh, did you see the Instagram I made of the ladies mad about the bags?
No.
There were these ladies that were looking at the project bags we had, and they were so mad at how cute they were. They were like, don't show me, don't show me.
That is so fun.
So crazy. All right, I'm gonna wait for Penny, our first person that's
Our
usually
biggest
here.
fan.
Our biggest fan. Once you see people joining, we can ask about the audio.
Absolutely. We might have scared them with the 2 back-to-backs.
Yeah, it might have confused things, huh?
All right, looks like people are starting to join. Hello, can you hear us? Do we sound good?
Can you hear me without a lot of crackling?
We can hear perfectly.
Great.
Beautiful.
So we got excited about those little fluffy muffler things for the mics, and that was causing all of the problems. So we're not going to use those anymore. All right. So we are open today, Monday, 10 to 5. It is a shop hop. We've had a couple shop hoppers. So if people come in, Marianna is going to ditch me and help everyone else. So you're going to hear some of that. And thanks to everyone who commented on the last video that we did. I really appreciate all the feedback, any kind of feedback. It's really helpful. And I think I'm more nervous this time. I'm not sure why. So we've had a great shop hop so far. This is the 4th day. I've had a lot of fun calling the winners with the prize. And a little bit of an update is that the shop hop this year is home decor theme. And so we've put the Swedish Dishcloths, say that a few times, Swedish Dishcloths, down from $7.50 to $5. We've got them in this box here. And I picked a few of my favorites.
Oh boy,
more yarn for Knitting Fever!
Hello.
You're right on time again.
You can leave them just over there, thank you.
Ooh, and I see a book from Penguin Random House.
Ooh.
Oh, what is it gonna be? Okay, so I'm gonna try and get through a lot of stuff today. I wanted to talk about, Marianna, can you sign?
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to talk about the Swedish dishcloths. I'm sure many of you have them or have used them. And my hot tip, I love this one.
That one's so cute.
My hot tip is that I leave one in my project bag. You can see this has come in handy. It's been very used. I keep it in there in every project bag. I have one in every project bag just in case there's a spill somewhere. Like, I'm just clumsy. A water spill.
Don't want to endanger your yarn.
Just like, I don't want to have to get up and look for something, so I just grab my little Swedish dishcloth and I sop it up and we're good to go. So that's my little hot tip. And let's keep moving. Oh, last week we got some calls about the pattern for the poof sweater. That, oh my goodness. The pattern for the poof sweater is on our website. It's a $5 download. If you go to our homepage, it's on the featured products section. There's a nice picture of it, and you can download that pattern. And I did include in the pattern how many skeins you need for each size, so you don't have to do that math. And let's see what's next. Oh, special hours. We are going to be open tomorrow, Tuesday, from 10 to 5 because of the shop hop. You don't have to be a shop hopper to shop. And local tip is that Tuesdays is the farmer's market, which is around the corner by the parking garage. So you can, like, you know, maybe grab some fruit or whatnot and then come by.
Maybe a whole bell pepper.
I was telling Marianna about how when I used to live in Northampton, I would pop by and just get a bell pepper and eat it walking around town like it was an apple. And somebody was giving a tour to like a couple of businessmen, and they were like, see, you never know what you're gonna see in Northampton. And I was like, excuse me. Well, my outfit was really on fire, so that and the bell pepper.
Maybe you did look a little crazy.
Maybe. It was right after college. I was a little wild. Okay, so cool hours. And then if you saw our Instagram video about the sticker, I just wanted to clear up that the sticker is drawn by a woman named Jean Ann, and her handle is Positively Yarny. And the stitch marker is by Happy, and they do a collaboration. I found a YouTube interview on a channel called Jadawoo Designs that we'll link in the show notes. And I listened to the interview, and she talked about the shop hop.
Wow,
and
really?
this collaboration, and I was like, oh, they're talking about us.
That's so cool.
Because she really loves doing collaborations. She does a lot of collaborations for yarn crawls, and I was just like, wow, we're part of that. That's really cool. And she talked about how her style is nature yarnified. I loved that.
Nature
yarnified. I just think that's cool. So Positively Yarny, she has an Instagram that is pretty active, and she talked about her favorite beanie pattern, and I printed out a picture called the Amore beanie. It's got a puff stitch design. It is crochet. She does mostly crochet hat patterns, but we thought it would pair really well with the Feederbrook Entropy. What do you think?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Anybody want to comment on like how wild that could be? I know we don't have a ton of crocheters, but we need to represent crochet and how cool it can be.
I mean, there's a crocheter behind the camera right now.
I know. So when you go on Ravelry, it's not Positively Yarny, it's Jean Ann FL, but we'll link it. And we pulled out, so that's my favorite, because it's just got a lot of life in it. And then we pulled this one, which has my favorite green. And then this one, which I think is Marianna all the way.
Yes, I picked that one on purpose because it was very blue, purple.
Kind of dreamy.
Yes.
So cool. So we've got a new designer to look out for with crochet. Excuse all of this paper noise. Last live, we got deliveries, much like today. And I wanted to show you what was in that delivery. And it was all the new colors from Rios. From Malabrigo.
Yes.
Rios. Let's see, I can't hold them all.
No, there's so many. There's like 11?
Did I catch all 11? 2, 4, 5. I only got 8.
Oh my. All right, let's see if I can find the other one.
So these are also, I'd say, very dreamy. They all stemmed from this color, Rosalinda, which has existed before. The designer of this colorway was asked to do a whole line.
Yes, and the line is called Friends of Rosalinda.
Okay, Friends of Rosalinda.
And they're all named with like the prettiest girls' names.
This is
They're
my
all
favorite.
sisters.
Belinda, that's me.
Absolutely.
And Melissa. This is like really reminds me of like narwhals or unicorns or something.
Oh yeah, no.
Right? Yeah.
Big unicorn energy from that one.
Okay, and then I found a really funnily named pattern that would work for this. That's really kind of hot right now on Ravelry. It's called the lasagna beanie. So maybe Belinda and her friends make lasagna. I'm silly. I'm just very silly. This pattern is cool because it is written for worsted and bulky. So you get 2 patterns in one. Can you see the sort of woven effect? What does that mean?
Yes, the shape of it.
Oh,
yes.
You were making the shape of the. Okay. Hi. We're just doing our YouTube live, but come on in. All right. The other names are Daphne and Celestina. Very pretty. Okay, how many more can? Ooh.
Gardenia.
Gardenia.
Of course, the green one.
Kate's picks. Right there. Marianna, what are your picks?
I also love Gardenia. And then I think
Zahara.
Zahara's really great too.
Oh, this is that's a good name for that color.
The colors aren't even coming out as well on camera.
Oh,
they're
no.
so stunning in person. I mean, they're stunning on camera, but imagine this times 2.
They're kind of gentle.
Absolutely.
And Delphira, and then last but not least, Magnolia, which kind of looks like lasagna, like noodles.
I mean, if your noodles were a little bit blue, that's a little concerning.
You're right. I don't know what I'm talking about. But I liked that this beanie has 2 weights. So we've got all the new Rios. Come in and see it in person. This pattern can also be used with a bulky, and I wanted to show one of our yarns on sale, which is in the back. So it's it's kind of a secret. But shout out to Wayne, who watches from New York. He was in last week and he watches our show, and he got a skein of this color mahogany to knit a ribbed hat as a gift, just as part of his stash. And I wanted to show you some of the other colors. There's more neutrals, there's creams, there's whites. The gray is kind of classic. And then there's the teal, which has very minimal tweed in it, which I think would be good for like a Christmas party gift, like a Yankee swap or whatever. And then my favorite is kiwi.
Of course.
This one sells a lot, actually. I know somebody's making a vest out of this.
It's a very nice
and
green.
The cream, yeah. So if you get the lasagna beanie hat pattern by Fiber Noodles, you can make a hat out of the Rios and a hat out of the Eco Tweed Chunky by LRA. Okay. Let me take a breath.
We have time.
Really?
Yes.
I'm going fast.
We're not even halfway through.
Okay. Take a breath. So who wants to see Marianna's lamb? We had some comments.
I had people come in and ask me where it was, and I was like, oh no, you guys are holding me accountable to work on it. It's missing one leg, and it's missing the ears.
Wait, it's missing, one front leg, yes.
Yes.
Because it is
So
a lamb.
imagine it has a right leg and 2 ears, but it's almost done.
Oh, it's kind of walking. It's so cute.
It is. It's wonky. It absolutely is. But
I love it.
It's so cute. And I picked it up last night, like, why did I ever put this down? It's so fun, and it went so fast.
Yeah. I love the tan yarn, how it's got the white showing through.
Yes.
So it's a little bit, got more personality to it.
Honestly, I'm looking at how much yarn I have left and how much stuffing I have left, and I really am curious if I can get a second sheep out of that kit.
Mini?
Maybe a mini
A
sheep.
baby sheep?
That would be cute.
That would be adorable.
Although, that sheep is already pretty mini.
But we have those mini knit and amigurumi animal books where the finished product is like this big.
Oh, yeah.
Like wicked mini. Ooh. When I was making my Sil Dragon, well, I've finished knitting or crocheting all the pieces, and I have a ton of white left, a good amount of light purple, a little bit of dark purple, so I could probably make something else. Probably not a mini dragon because that would be tiny pieces. But maybe I'll look in that book and see something maybe I could whip up. All right, I'm dreaming. It's good to dream. What else should we talk about? Should we talk about my project progress too?
Absolutely.
Okay.
We're all dying to know.
So, last week I showed you my log cabin, and I was knitting this brown log. This is the Plymouth Select Merino Superwash. And last night at 2 in the morning, I woke up and was like, I can't sleep. I really need to knit. And so I knit this part, which is a yarn that I think might be the Saxony, because it is like
super duper soft.
It was so nice to knit this, like so comforting to knit this. And I got in my 13.5-inch needles. Look at how long these are.
Whoa.
They're so long. And I'm wearing my belt today, and I might not stand up because I want to just show you how the belt is on my waist regularly, and now the needle is higher up. And we're going to do another YouTube video of me using the belt, but you can already see that's a better height.
Oh, absolutely.
It's much more comfortable to knit with the long needles. And what was my story? Oh yeah. My story was that over the weekend I got a free bookcase. It's kind of narrow, the shelves are kind of small, and it was meant for CDs of all things. Somebody was giving it away and it was in great condition. So I snatched it up and it fit right next to my chair, my spot on the couch. I've got the biggest spot on the couch in the corner, and next to it I have baskets and bags and more baskets of projects and my needle gauges, my notions, my tape measures, all that stuff. And it kind of just gets kind of like messy. And I decided to put that bookcase in my spot and fill it with all of my notions and things that I'd like to get to, like my knitting belt, my stitch stoppers, and I put all of the yarn that I have pulled together for my log cabin blanket on a shelf, maybe 2 shelves. And when I finished this log yesterday, it was so cool to use my 13.5-inch needle and just kind of like pluck the color that I wanted off the shelf, kind of like I had a yarn store at my house. My husband came home and was like, "Whoa, that's a big bookcase." And I said, "Yeah, it's all my stuff that I need." And it was really fun to, instead of rummage in a plastic bin, to look on the shelf and kind of put the colors kind of in the order that I liked and just easily pluck the next color. And Marianna's at the register, so I'm going to keep telling a story if you guys can stick with me. Remember how last week I was talking about taking breaks and how I feel like it's impossible to take breaks? I found out another hack that I could use to take a break. So Saturday, I finished the brown log and I needed to stop knitting. My arm wanted me to stop knitting, even though I wanted to keep knitting. And I also needed to do my nails. So my hack was, okay, I'm gonna put down my knitting and paint my nails, and I have no choice but to wait for them to dry and sit still and not touch anything. I turned on the Great British Sewing Bee on Roku and watched somebody else make something and it worked. My nails dried, my hand rested, and so that's my hack. I mean, you can't paint your nails every day, but once a week that hack will work for me.
I don't know. I've heard of people who paint their nails every day.
Really?
Yeah.
Paint one nail a day?
I think they just like change out their sets just super frequently.
Wow. Well, I only have one color. It's called Pretty Penny, and I've been using it for so long that it's discontinued.
Wow.
And I need to find another color.
You could probably find, you know, a duplicate.
Yeah, but it's from this line called Desert Essence, which is like non-toxic. And their new colors are not.
That's a shame.
This like metallic-y kind of. So I'm on the search. I should have bought a ton of them because it's my favorite color.
You should have stocked up.
I know, I've been wearing it for like maybe 5 years.
Wow.
Isn't that a little something? Undiagnosed, but something's not quite right. Oh, and I wanted to talk about the stitch marker from the Hat Bee because it is one that opens. And so it is friendly for crochet and for knitting progress keepers, but I was at home dreaming about using it at the bind-off row of my log cabin square as a little saver. And it's so freaking cute. It's a tiny little watering can. Let me just hold it up really close. Okay. All of our shoppers are being very quiet. Yeah, you're being polite. Yeah, that's great. Gosh, without Marianna, I'm like, what am I talking about? Ooh. Okay. The shop hop. For the shop hop, we got special bags made. They're this really cool sort of stylized sheep with little plants underneath them. We'll get a close-up with Marianna. And it comes with, there's a drawstring version, and there is a tote bag version. And these were the bags that a couple shop hoppers were looking at and were very mad.
Why were they mad?
They were mad because they have, like everyone says, so many project bags, and they were mad that they saw another cute project bag. And her friend was like, but look at this one. And she was like, just don't even show me anymore. Like, you're not supposed to let me buy project bags. And
Isn't that the job of a friend?
Yeah. I'm thinking, I mean, obviously, I think you can't have enough because
they're so useful.
Life is just too ugly to put your knitting in a Ziploc bag or a plastic shopping bag or, you know.
Absolutely.
Like, I do love the zippered plastic bags that come with like pillowcases and stuff because they feel very sturdy. But other than that, like, I see it as self-care, which is so like, but like the hobbies that we have are to give us joy and some control and some happiness and just get another project bag.
Yeah.
It's cute. They're not expensive. These are $12, $15.
Not to mention, I'm the kind of person who has like 25 projects going at once. I need the extra bags.
Exactly.
I need them.
Part of my injury was because I was only knitting one kind of project. Small headbands, a couple bags. I went through my closet and I found more project bags and I promptly filled them with new whims in different weights. Worsted, chunky, all the different weights. so that my future self, like a gift to my future self, of like, I've already set this up for you. It's like a kit. You get to put it together at home. And I think that's also a version of self-care, especially in a hobby. We don't want it to be complicated to find what we want to make and what we want to make with it. And you can kind of just go, oh, that project bag has like the kit stuff, that has my shawl. I love to organize. So that's my little lesson about project bags. And I love this one. We still have more of these from Q. And fun fact, I designed this logo artwork myself.
Wow.
From
You're so
scratch.
talented.
I'm just so talented. I used my arts degree for this. I used my bachelor's degree for something. If we have time, I'll explain a little bit of the thought behind it.
We have about 4 minutes.
4 minutes. Okay, so if you look up close, the serifs on the letters match the finials on the knitting needles. And the letters are split to mimic 2 knitting needles. That's it. That was my thought. And this was designed in a program called Dreamweaver, which I think is very appropriate.
Absolutely.
So, okay. I'm going to show you one more yarn that we got in, and then my one Kait pick of the week. Okay. We showed you the entropy for the Omori beanie, or anything you want. I want to show you the new colors that Earth Yarns came out with in their spiral grain light worsted. Can you see them?
We can see them.
I know that these got more vibrant and a little thicker.
Oh, good.
They're a little closer to the light worsted. And I just love this one. It's just like candy.
They're all like candy.
They really are. Like this would be like a blue raspberry.
I think that's my pick.
Yeah.
Out of them.
I think we're
that's
seeing
my color.
I think we're seeing your vibe. This one I love. What is this one? That's like a, we don't have time to come up with candy names for these, but
it's like a bag of spice drops.
ooh, I love spicy, like cinnamon. This one's got to be jelly beans.
Absolutely.
This one looks like maybe like what are those sour kid ones?
Sour Patch Kids?
Yeah, Sour Patch Kids.
Absolutely. I was also thinking Airheads.
Yeah, this is very like tubular, like
that looks like the kind of candy my little brother eats.
Yeah, this reminds me of the 80s in a good way.
Absolutely.
I mean, I was a child, but we all know what the 80s looked like. So, oh, and this one's called tamarind. Have you ever had a tamarind?
I have not.
Oh, I used to eat them in college, and people were like, oh, what are you eating? It looks like a coffee bean, but like gross. It comes in this pod, this hard pod, and inside is a seed covered with like this, just like sticky, juicy fruit, tamarind. Ooh. I love the taste because as a kid we used to get Jarritos soda. Right. And the color was tamarind, and I love our tamarindo. That's my favorite. Okay. Whew. This is my Kait pick for the week. Just one this week. Rainbow cake. It's a rainbow. I picked it because there is a Raveler, someone on Ravelry.
Raveler?
Yeah, that's what we're called, Ravelers.
That's crazy. I've never heard
when you're
that
on
before.
Ravelry and you're a Raveler. I think that's what it is.
I love it.
So this Raveler, Purling Swine, posted a picture, I'll have you close up, of using the rainbow cake with the Stephen West Dotted Rays self-striping shawl. We've had this pattern made up in the store in the dappled Cumulus from Juniper Moon. Was it this one? But I love how this shows the colors. The longer the stripe, the thinner it is. And we have the pattern printed out, and it looks a lot different in a color that sort of fades gently into the next. But this yarn has been exciting people, but they don't really know what to do with it. And so I was looking on Ravelry and thinking, what if I was clicking through the projects, because you can pull up a yarn and look at the projects that people have made with it, and that's how I found this. So that's another cool feature of Ravelry, is that if you have a yarn, you can see what other people have made. This is 100% cotton. It's a fine weight, but it is 875 yards.
Yeah. Looking at that in person, it's one deceptively small ball.
Yes. So a US 3 to 5, and then if you're crocheting, you would go from an E to a 7. And it's like vegan, cruelty-free, OE, KO text standard, so it's really safe. This would be great for a baby blanket, especially for somebody who lives in a warmer climate. Okay, so that's my pick, Rainbow Cake.
Awesome.
Okay, does anybody have are there any comments or questions?
There have been some comments telling you how cool your design is, for example.
This design?
Your design for the bag.
Oh, the design for the logo.
Yes.
Yeah, this is actually on our sign outside and on our bags. This was one of the first things that Linda had me do for the store when I returned from that strange sabbatical in California. Let's not go into that. I came back and she was like, I need a new logo. And I had my Mac with me with the Adobe suite, and me and my husband were living at his mom's house until we found an apartment, and I set up in the basement. I taught myself the program because it's like a vector, so it can be blown up into a sign. And when the sign went up, I didn't look at it for like 2 weeks. I was just like, I have made it back, like reborn. And like when I looked at it the first time on the sign with the gold, I cried.
Aww.
Because it just felt like I was here for a long time before that, and I just really wanted to come back. I missed being here. I couldn't find an LYS in California that would embrace me. And I realized like Northampton is one of those towns for me, or Western Mass is, I think, the place that I was supposed to be. Some places just like claim you.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I came here at 18 and boy, did it claim me. It's been my home ever since. So thank you all for joining in. If you've seen anything today that you want to get more information about, you can email us. These bags are available just in store for the Shop Hop, but since you are our special YouTube viewers, if you comment or message us, we can set one aside for you, because that's your special treatment. And I think that's time. And I guess go knit something. And we're going to let the video play a little bit.
So we don't get cut off.
And maybe go knit something with a Shetland knitting belt.
Yes.
Like you can put it on this side. You can put it on this side. And you can walk around and be like, people will look at you like, what the heck are you doing? Oh, I wanted to show you my last color. My next color. Guess what? Green.
Awesome.
We've got the brown,
That's gonna look fantastic.
orange, green. It's kind of telling me what to do on the way. Okay, bye.
Bye.